Alright, hey guys, my name is Melanie and I will be demonstrating how to kick a soccer ball correctly, and we'll be explaining the equipment that you will need for this. Okay, now I'll be explaining the equipment that you will need to correctly kick a soccer ball. So for starters, you will need a soccer ball, and then you will need some soccer cleats. For the soccer ball, there are 3 sizes. There's a size 3, 4, and 5. But the soccer ball that's professionally used is a size 5, so I would recommend to go with the size 5. The price range for a soccer ball goes from $20 to $200, so just depending on the quality that you want, I would go for a higher price range because those prices, the quality is better and they will last you longer. And then for some soccer cleats, also depends on the price range that you want or that you get. So there are soccer cleats that are $50, and then there are higher prices like $250. So the higher prices are like the better quality for you, so I would recommend to go with a higher price because those cleats will last you longer than the cheaper ones. They will probably like rip faster and they just won't be good for you. So both of these equipments, you can get them at any soccer store or any athletic store, but I would recommend them to get them at a soccer store because they will have better quality for you. Okay, now I'll be explaining which part of your foot you will need to use to kick a soccer ball. So you will need to use the inside of your foot. So I would use like half of your foot up, like just this side. And also if you're a left-footed, I would use this side of your foot, just the inside of your foot. And I would not recommend to use your toes because if you kick it with your toes, it will hurt a lot and you can break a toenail and the ball will just go everywhere, versus if you kick it with the inside of your foot, you will have better accuracy and the ball will actually go where you would want it to go. Okay, and now I'll be demonstrating what it would look like if you kicked a ball incorrectly using your toes. So this is how it would look like. So if you run up, kick it with your toes, it will just go the other way and it just will not go in the goal and it just will hurt a lot. Okay, now I'll be explaining how to correctly kick a soccer ball. So the first step is knowing where you want to position your ball at, like where you're gonna kick it. So just where you're comfortable with kicking the ball. So I would have it just in the middle of the soccer net because you'll have a better chance of making it in the soccer net. And then next is knowing your placement of your feet. So when you're kicking the ball, you want to have your opposite foot next to the ball when you're kicking it. So it's like your foot's next to it, but you have your dominant foot on the other side. So if you're a right-footed, you would use your left foot. You would have your left foot next to the ball. And then if you're a left foot, you would have your right foot next to the soccer ball, just so that you have a better accuracy at kicking the soccer ball. And then next is you will need to have your space between the balls. So I would take like 4 steps back, and then after you take your 4 steps back, I would take 2 steps to the right or to the left or whichever side you are kicking the ball, just so that you're not kicking the ball behind it, so you're like kind of to the side of it. So when you run up, you're not just running up in front of it, you're running kind of to the side, so you have that kick to it. Okay, now this is how it would look like if you put all those steps together, and this is how the correct way it should look like. So since I am a right foot, my left foot is going to be next to the ball. So take your 4 steps back, or how many you want to take, and then 2 to the left or 2 steps to the right, depending on which foot you're going to kick. So this is how it should look like all together. Okay, so now to recap all of this, I talked to you about the equipment that you will need to use and the prices of each equipment. We also talked about the placement of the foot and which part of your foot you will need to use to kick a soccer ball. And then to finalize all of this, I explained to you 2 different ways of how to kick a soccer ball. I explained to you the incorrect way and the correct way. So now with all of this knowledge, you can go and kick a soccer ball and learn how to correctly kick a ball. So